More time does not make a better product, and many people take a lot of time to create a course that ultimately doesn't sell and make the impact you imagined. That's why I recommend you focus on creating a minimum viable product first. This is an idea that you can test in as little as 60 minutes before you spend the time and effort creating something really big. So rather than putting off your idea for creating an online course for another month or another year, you can get started right now today with what you're about to learn in this video. My name is Marisa Murgatroyd, and I've helped over 10,000 students launch their businesses and their courses online. And along the way, I've seen what keeps people stuck and spinning their wheels and what allows them to just get it done fast so they can iterate their way to awesome from there. I've also created 23 courses of my own that have brought in over $23 million. And I first created my blockbuster hit product, the Experience Product Masterclass, in less than 3 months. And this one product has gone on to generate over $10 million and counting. But I never would have gotten there if I hadn't just jumped right in and got that first version done fast. And I'm not alone. Let's look at the world of music. The Beatles released 12 studio albums in the 8 years they played together. And at their peak, they were releasing 2 to 3 albums a year. In just a 10-month period, they released the White Album, Yellow Submarine, and Abbey Road, albums that basically redefine music as we know it. So I'm hoping that you're starting to see that great products and great courses, they can happen fast when you know what to focus on. So my husband Murray and I are going to show you 3 different ways to create a course in 60 minutes or less using the minimum viable product model. So I'm going to share the different approaches, then I'm going to pass it off to him to do the tutorial bits. All right? So let's dive right in and focus on, first of all, what is a minimum viable product? So an MVP is a product that's good enough to solve a core problem for your customers and only has the bare minimum essential features in it. So if you look up MVP online, you're going to see this example. Most people build a car one part at a time, and that takes a long time to get to a fully functional car. But you can test the concept of a car through a much simpler minimum viable product that also solves the problem of getting someone from point A to point B. And that's really the focus of a minimum viable product. It's solving the problem, but in the simplest way possible, just to allow you to test the concept of what you want to do before spending all the time and effort to do that fully fledged version. So let's talk about MVP version 1, which is how you can create a 60-minute version of your course. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's completely possible. And once you have a product idea, you can basically test it by selling a single high-value 60-minute training for a nominal fee between, let's say, $7 and $49. And the fastest, easiest way to do that is to simply choose a date and time, put it on your calendar, commit to it, and then send people an invite to join you with a PayPal link. And then you just host a live Zoom teleconferencing session where you deliver your 60-minute MVP. And you send people the Zoom replay link when you're done. That's it. And here's the thing. If you can get 3 people who aren't related to you to buy your MVP, then there's a good chance that you can get 30 people, maybe even 300 or 3,000 people. And it's time to start thinking about the next version of your course. But first, let me answer the question, Marisa, why 3 people? Because 1 person could be pure luck. 2 could still be a fluke, but 3 starts to be a pattern, a proven business model that you can repeat. Now, you may be saying, but Marisa, I don't have an idea that I can test out. No problem, because I have a little micro course that's also under $50 that you can take to find your profitable product idea in 5 days or less. So just go to profitableproductidea.com to get started finding your profitable product idea. Because once you've tested that idea, then you may want to try MVP version number 2. And this is where you bundle a series of live Zoom trainings into a longer, more expensive course. And this time you can deliver your replays on a Facebook group, so it's a better customer experience than just providing them with a link. And you can just have a single post on your Facebook group with all the links to all the different replays of all the different trainings that you're bundling together to solve a bigger problem than you could solve in the first 60 minutes. And then, if that goes well and you realize that you want to continue selling your course over and over again, then it's time to get a little bit fancier and put your course into a course delivery platform. Sometimes it's called an LMS, a learning management system. Sometimes it's called a membership site. Whatever you want to call it, it's a place that people are able to receive automatic and oftentimes lifetime access to your course trainings. Now, at this point, you may want to re-record your course so you're not just giving people Zoom replays, because the video quality, the sound quality is not super great on Zoom replays because you're recording something streaming through the internet. And instead, create real modules and trainings for people to experience that you maybe re-record with a setup like this one. I'm just on my computer. I've got an extra camera right there. I've got a nice pro microphone right here. So I'm going to pass this off to my husband and business partner, Murray, to show you how you can quickly and easily upload those modules, those trainings, whether it's replays from Zoom or recorded onto your computer into a simple membership site experience. And then also create an order form to sell your product and a welcome email to greet new students and send them their course login. Because at that point in time, this is a course you can start to sell to hundreds of people. And you could even get this course up and running on a membership site in 60 minutes or less. And Murray is going to show you how.
Hey, Murray here. I saw you just a second ago, and Marisa has asked me to sit down and walk you through just how quick and easy it can be to set up your first content into a course membership site, otherwise known as a learning management system. And the website I have up in front of you right now is called Experientify, and it's a platform that we've developed, and I wanted to just quickly run you through the quick steps so you could see how fast and easy it can be to set up a course. And of course, if you don't use this platform, that's fine as well. You can use whatever platform you feel comfortable with or that you might have. So you can follow the same steps I'm going to be taking you through. This is just to show you the very quick steps for how to set up your course on whatever platform that you have. Okay, so I have a course here called I've got a few bits of information here. You're going to have your course name, and for this example, I'm going to call my course Rocket Surgery 101, and I've got one module in the course so far, and 3 trainings that I've got ready that are ready to upload into the platform. And once we're done here, we're going to have a course that has 3 trainings in it. We're going to have an order form that's almost ready to use for your student to purchase the course. You'll just need to connect up your Stripe account or your PayPal account, something like that. And long story short, you'll have the beginnings of a course, or the kind of the shell of a course that you can start selling to students, and you can just keep adding content as you create it. So you don't have to have everything in the can here or in the platform before you start selling it. All right, so let me get started here. I'm going to just move that down, and I'm going to go ahead and create a new course here. Okay, course name. Boom. All right, so paste that one in. And okay, so I've got Rocket Surgery 101 there, and one thing I'm going to throw in is a little emoji, because I really like putting emojis into my course content because I think it spices it up, and it's not a common thing that you see on courses yet. It's used everywhere else, but for some reason online education just doesn't really take advantage of the visual appeal of adding cool emojis and the delight that can bring to people. Okay, so it's Rocket Surgery 101, and it's going to live at a page called myschool101.experientify.io/rocket surgery 101. And this is where I'm going to type my course description. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really, really quick. I'll speed up the video while I do this. Okay, so there we go. And for this course image, I'm going to go and grab an image off one of my favorite websites to get free images from, Pexels. And let me see if I can find anything like that for Rocket, because it's the Rocket Surgery 101 course. And I'm going to go and grab something here. Okay. I'm liking a few of these. I'm going to make a quick choice in just a second. Maybe I'll choose this one. Free download. Copy. All right, let me grab a piece of that image, and I'm going to upload it into Plus. Okay, so there's my Rocket Surgery 101 image, and I'm good to go with section 1. So we're almost done already. Can you believe that? Next of all, you want to just set a price. So I believe Marisa suggested that you could charge anywhere from $10 to $100 for the first version of your course. Let's just put it at $99 for now. Close that one. Next one. And this is pretty much the final step for getting this up and running and ready to go. So first of all, I'm going to add a module here in the Modules and Trainings tab. All right, so my first module, if you remember, was called Let's Do This. Paste that in. And I don't really need to do anything else apart from change this to, I'm going to actually leave that the way it is. And then I've got my module in there. So next thing I'm going to do is add my first training to this module. And that one is called It's Go Time. Actually, I'm going to change the name of this one to Getting Ready. Okay. So getting ready. Cool. And then I've got my video ready to upload. So I'm going to just go ahead and upload that one. Okay, so that's uploading right now, and it'll be available in just a few seconds. And I'm going to set that one to available in scheduling options, available immediately. So as soon as the student purchases, they're going to get this training straight away. Okay, cool. Save changes. Add another training. Next one is called Rocket Fuel. Okay, so descriptions there. Let me upload this video here. Okay. I'm going to set that one to release immediately. And then finally, the last training, I've called that one Blast Off. Okay. Okay, cool. Upload my final video file here, and that's going to upload. And then I'm going to set this to available immediately. Or I could set this to available after 1 day after purchasing the course. So this is commonly known as a drip release method. So you could set this up as well in most platforms. Okay, so right now, okay, immediately. So what we have right now are so what we have right now is a module with 3 trainings inside it. So I'm going to go back to this module, which says draft mode still, and I'm going to set this one to release immediately. So the student is going to get access to this module and all the trainings, or this training and this training immediately, and Blast Off is going to be available 1 day later. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So that's all I have to do for now. I've got my first 3 trainings into here. So if I come down to promote, get the word out, actually, so now let's go back up to set course payment options and click on preview order form. So you can see right now I've got this order form that's ready to go. This is the course, that's $99. And I have one small thing I need to do before the order form is ready to go. I've got to connect up either a PayPal or a Stripe account to this order form. And that's super easy to do. If you, over here, if you wanted to connect up a Stripe account or a PayPal account right here, that's super easy to do. Once that's done, your order form will be live and you'll be able to accept payments, and students will be able to get straight into your course. So I hope you can see how quick and easy you can actually get your first course up and running, ready to go, generating sales and starting to deliver content to your students in a way that you can just keep adding content to the course as you go. So that's been me. I'm going to hand you back to Marisa, and then I'm going to see you again for a second video in just a moment.
Welcome back. Isn't Murray awesome? I like to say I'm married up. And once you've got the basics in place, now I recommend moving on to the next version of your minimum viable product. And this is adding some special features to your membership site to really engage your students and create a better learning experience. Things like points, in goals, in celebrations. These are all things that you can add to that basic membership site of experience of just delivering trainings. This is where when they engage with the trainings, they can also engage with other features of the membership site to feel like they're winning, to feel like they're moving forward and progressing, not just going from video to video to video, but actually having a complete experience. So I'm going to pass this back to Murray to show you how to do this. And this is something that you can also set up in 60 minutes or less. So every single version of this, we're trying to show you what you can do to get to the next level of your minimum viable product in 60 minutes or less.
Hey, Murray here. Welcome back to me again. Lucky you. And in this video, I want to talk about how to supercharge your course and add in some really cool extra things like points and goals and celebrations so that you can create a better experience for your student, which has the effect of increasing their engagement and their excitement and the amount of the students that will actually complete your course, because most courses have a really shocking 3% completion rate. So in this video, I'm going to show you the kinds of things that you can add to your course to increase that by 10 to 30 times over that 3%. So first of all, I'm going to talk about points, and the most common place to put points in a course would be underneath the training. So once the student finishes a training, you want to give them opportunities to earn points for taking actions that are associated with the training. So let me open up an example here for you right now. In going back to Rocket Surgery 101, if I go back to add course content, you can see here we've got our 3 trainings. So I'm going to come here to our first training, getting ready. Now, as you can see, the video is here, and let's imagine your student goes through the training. Next thing you're going to want them to do, or ask them to do, is take some action based on what they just learned. So what we usually do here at Experientify is we've got this training actions section, which is exactly where you add these action items and allow students to earn points in exchange for doing those actions. Does it make sense? So first of all, we've got this action here called watched video, and this is where you want to award points in exchange for just watching the video. So normally we just do 1 point for that. So you might want to do a very quick overview of the training they just watched. So you want to type the description of what they just learned, and then a little label that says done it with a checkbox next to it. And when they check that off, they get 1 point. So what is the benefit of giving points in exchange for taking actions in a course? So the best way I can describe it would be to ask you to think about your favorite apps and games. Whenever you pick up your cell phone, what is it that you like to go and do? And you'll find that the best apps and games are the ones that allow you to earn points and to make progress and feel like you're achieving something and building something within them. And video games have done this since the dawn of time. They've always had the high points leaderboards and allowed you to earn points or win points as you get better, as you play the game, and as you get better at the game, you earn more points. So this is why we're bringing the points idea to courses, so that you can achieve the same effect with your students, so you can get them spending more time with your course, taking more action, and wanting more from you. So we've got our 1 point here that we give to students for watching the video. So after they've done that, the next thing you want to do is give them some points for actually doing the homework or taking the action associated with that training. Because as we know, learning something is kind of useless if you don't put it into action immediately. You're probably going to forget it if you don't actually do something with it straight away. So this is why the second action we always recommend that you put after every training that you create is the homework. Like, what's the action step you want the student to take after they watch the training? And for this one, we usually give double the amount of points to the student, because we want to incentivize the taking of action over and above just the passive consumption of content. Does that make sense? So there's 2 points here for that one. And you want to just describe what the action is. What's the homework you want them to do after your training? And once that's done, if I go through to the training page, what you're going to see is, here's my training, getting ready. And you'll see that they've got some actions here. And once they check things off, they're going to get points in their pop-up points bar. So you'll see, if I check this off, I've got 1 point. If I check that off, 2 points. So you can see exactly how it works. And just by doing this in your course has been proven to double or even triple the student engagement rate for your course. And we've found that it really does help motivate students to get to the finish line and to not abandon your course. Next thing I'm going to add or show you how to do inside of our platform is celebrations. I'm going to talk about how to add cool celebrations to your course so that students feel like they're in some sort of entertaining environment, like a video game, or they're in an app that shows them reward screens for taking cool action or for making for achieving important things. So what we do in this platform is make it really easy for you to set up those kinds of celebrations here once your students achieve cool milestones. Okay, so let me set one up for you real quick and show you what they look like.
Amazing, right? I hope you're starting to see the possibilities. You're now ready for version 5 of your course. And this is the bestseller, blockbuster hit version. This is where you're selling hundreds, if not thousands of copies, where you're making hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars with your program. And right now, I've got 4 blockbuster hit products that are selling at least $1 million a year. So you can get here too when you take this minimum viable approach of starting simple and then getting more and more sophisticated with what you're doing. And this version, version 5, is where you add everything that you possibly can to make your student experience amazing. So your students, they want to buy from you over and over and over again and refer all your friends. And at this point, you're going to start getting hooked on product creation, course creation too, and want to not just create a single course, but a whole suite of courses. So you don't just have a course, you have an online education business like I do, where you're making a difference in people's lives through course after course after course. Now, at this stage, in version 5, this is where you want to double down on things like community, really not just creating an individual experience, but creating a group community experience, because that inspires and motivates people even more than feeling isolated, alone, watching videos on a membership site. You want to integrate things like a recognition, student rescue, and what I like to call mission accomplished. So don't worry if you don't know what all of that means. Let me hand you back to Murray, who's going to tell you all about it.
So what I'm going to do right now is set up a welcome celebration so students get a wonderful welcome when they land or once they arrive in your course for the very first time. It's something that other courses you don't you don't get any kind of welcome once you get to the membership site of a course. But that's why this platform is different. It allows you to really recognize those important moments with cool celebrations as the student achieves them. So I'm going to just type this text here. Welcome to Rocket Surgery 101. Make sure I put my boom. And then view celebrations gallery. And I've got some cool stuff in here I want to show you. I've got some pre-built celebrations that look really, really cool. So let me give you an example. Okay, so this is the one I'm going to take a look at, and I'll give you the quick preview for it. This is my favorite welcome celebration. And you can see it's a little monkey, and it says, first name, welcome to Rocket Surgery 101. And that allows you to set up this celebration to play as soon as a student lands in your membership site for the first time after purchasing. Okay, so this celebration builder also lets you customize all of the backgrounds and foregrounds as well. So if I do this, for example, and I just change the background animation, you can see exactly how that's changed the animation. It's just changed the background there. And let's say I wanted to change the foreground. Pretty cool. And there's lots of different sound effects you can choose from, and soundtracks that you can play with for your celebration. I'm going to change it back to what I had for this celebration, and I'm going to save it. Monkey welcome. And next step is to set this up so that it triggers once the student lands in your membership site the very first time. So celebration trigger events, add new. Choose from the list, first login, create event, done. That's all we have to do in order to set up a celebration. So I hope you've enjoyed this video of a couple of really cool little things that you can add to your membership site in order to really spice it up, to give your students a much better experience, and to actually get them excited about going through your course and completing it.
Now, if you want to learn even more about what Murray's talking about, there are actually 10 ways, 10 things you can build into your membership site experience to accelerate your course profits by creating a better student experience. And we've got a little micro course under $50 as well that you can sign up for at courseprofitaccelerator.com. So go there, check it out, and keep adding to your student experience, because that's going to let you take your product idea from MVP version 1 to MVP version 5, maybe even beyond. So there you've got it, how to create an online course in 60 minutes, or a whole lot more based on where you are in your course creation journey. Whether you just want to test out an idea and see if people are willing to buy, or whether you're ready to pull out all the stops and create the best possible product, your blockbuster hit signature course. So if you want to learn more, you can go to profitableproductidea.com or courseprofitaccelerator.com, or stay on YouTube for some more free videos. So keep going, because it's time to get your product out into the world. This online education industry is just booming right now to the tune of almost $1 billion a day. And you get to make a great living by making a huge impact on your students' lives, but you gotta get started, and don't make it more difficult than it needs to be. Focus on the MVP model so you can stair-step yourself up from testing an idea to a more and more sophisticated product that gets better results for your students and for your business. But you gotta start somewhere. So start simple. And if you want, keep browsing our YouTube channel for more videos on getting your course up and running fast. Let's do it.